Way back in 2022, I picked up a 66-foot 200 LED fairy light. This thing is rated for indoor-outdoor. I'm not totally sure about the outdoor part, so I decided to put it inside this plastic enclosure. I've actually made a little hole there, so if water does get in, it drains out. I put a bit of a strain relief. What I will be doing is taking this up like that, snipping this wire, adding an extension in there, and taking it over to where the power will be. Let's just go through the settings on this. There's 1, 3, 5 is annoying, 7's even worse, 8, 6 is pretty nice, 4 is not too bad. I think that's just constant on, and another flickering wavy type. Cute little thing is I have 2 other ones of these, and this one will turn it off, turn it on. Pretty random figuring out which ones do what. And if I turn this off, this one, same thing. So they reuse the codes on these. So now it is time to take this apart, look at the innards of it, and then reassemble it and stick it outside for the festive season. I'll put in the corner there who I got it from. Prices have actually changed quite a bit. I think it's about $4 less than what I paid for it. I think I paid something like $17 for it, and now they're down to 13 something. So now time to tear it apart. So let's try to get into this. Well, it's got one little screw. And does it pop apart easily? No, it doesn't. Okay. Oh, gotta adjust this. It's pretty tight fit. I don't think it's glued. Ah, that sounded very promising. There we go. So I would definitely say that's not water tight. Even with the glue in, or hot glue in there, still don't think it's watertight. So I'm going to put this down and I'll zoom into the board. So there's the board. As I take a close look at it, I'll work on a schematic. And it's got a nice little crystal in there. Okay, this is going to take a little bit of time. I've created a schematic for it. With the lights turned off, it's drawing essentially no current, or so small this thing won't record it. But when you push the on button, it then starts to draw about 0.12 amps. So let's just turn that off. So you have the power coming in. We've got the micro controller here, processor, whatever you want to call them. And we have the ground. We have the push button. If you push the button, that activates over here for pin 5, pulling it to ground. And then it all turns on. Or you can do it through the infrared receiver module for remote control systems. There's no numbers on this one, but it's kind of like the TSOP 382. I've seen these before. This thing was perfectly clean. So it receives a signal, puts it out on pin 1, goes over to pin 4, which does its magic, decoding whatever was coming in. That activates these. Okay, oh, there's a crystal here for your timing. And then number 6, number 7 go out to this chip here, 2008F, and I could not find it. But what it does do is you got the power coming in, going through a 6.2 ohm service mount resistor. I think it's a 1/2 watt, just going by the size using this handy ruler. So this is getting all the juice. So when this is transmitting out, obviously, cough, cough, these are addressable, most likely LEDs. So there's going to be some component of the address going out on on these lines, and also the power to power them. I'm just going to fire up the scope. So I've connected up the leads to line 1 and line 2. And that is what it looks like. This thing closer. So that's a signal going out. Now that was for steady on. Let's just change it to something that's blinking all over the place. So right now I've got it where it's blinking away. Take a single and there's a pattern. So obviously there's an address somewhere in there and the power to keep these things blinking. So that's about it for this. There's not a lot to them. I've seen this part around before. And of course the blank all nicely erased off of here. So I'll just bring it up again so you can see it. Focus. And I'll stick a picture in the corner. And there. Well, have a good one. Oh, and I'll mount this outside. I'll reassemble all of this and run a long cable to my vehicle, which I use for storage. Dodge Caravans are good for something. And I'll snip this wire. Hopefully it'll be able to take the resistance for the length of wire that I'll be using. If it doesn't, I've got a backup plan. And I did that for some of the other lights where I just used a battery, took this down in there, and then had the whole thing shielded from the weather, coming down with a piece of heat shrink about yay long. So, have a good day. Bye. Mailbag 45-ish. I got lots of plastic bags from DigiKey. So, recycle, reuse. Good place for those pots that I got in Mailbag 46-ish. And, just for some fun, they're alive! With a nice strong magnet, that is. Easy way to pick them up. Just had to do something different. Have a good day. Bye.